All right, this is my review of A Night in Bangkok. It stars a martial artist named Mark Delasesco. Delasesco. Ahead of time, I want to apologize for all these names. I'm butchering them no matter what, so I do apologize. He plays Kai. I believe it's how it's pronounced. K-A-Y. I mean K-A-I. The actor who plays him, again, he's a martial artist, but he was the assassin in John Wick 3, and that's where I thought I first saw him. But I actually looked, and from 2005 2018, he was the head head chef or something of Iron Chef America. I used to watch it between 2005 and I think about 2006 or 2007 I watched it. He's also been Hawaii Five-0, the remake. I don't watch it. I Other movies he's been in were kind of low budget films and kind of indie films. I'd never really watched them, never heard of them. I'm definitely going to be checking out. I saw a 2019 movie that he's in, so I'll be checking that out. Maybe I'll check the trailer out first. So the story of this is he goes to Thailand and he goes and to a kind of a Uber, but it's a taxi. Their taxi version. It kind of reminds me of Uber. I don't know if taxi does the thing with the apps now. But he tells this lady that if he'll pay her a certain amount if she will drive him around. And that actress is played by Vanita Golich. She does a excellent job in this, except for one part in there is a little spot that it was a bit cheesy. But for the most part, she was pretty good. So that's why I was surprised when I found out on Google this is her only film she did, and she's a model. And with models, we kind of get either bad or horrible, or good or horrible. The story of this is definitely very, very interesting. It is slow, but it has a lot of detail to the story in there. So the commentary between Kai and the actress, there's a lot of it, and I liked it. But the thing is, a lot of this movie has stretched out parts between them where they're just talking. There wasn't a whole lot of action in here, but the talking part in there, I wasn't sure at first, but by later on, I definitely would say that it fits well in the movie. I wish there was way more action in it. There wasn't a whole lot of action. It was more storytelling to it. I do like the background noise. It has an ambiance of dramatic, and it fits well with the story and the actors' characters. There were two characters in here. Most of the actors in here did a great job. But a mom and a dad of the bad guy in here, their acting was not really good. It was pretty atrocious, but it's a small part. So I was thinking in this that there was going to be a lot of martial arts, because this guy comes off as a heavy martial artist, and he usually you think he did films where he's like that, and he's one of those martial arts actors. There was barely any in there. There was mostly like a couple of maneuvers in there, and him slamming someone against the wall. That's really it. And the whole killing scenes, for the most part, were a bit plain. Not in necessarily a bad way, but they were just like really kind of easy, I guess you'd say, how he did it. It was just really smooth. It was really quick, and it was just that. But he did definitely add something you don't normally see in movies. After they do it, he kind of did where he would stay for a certain amount, so it would make it believable to the people. There is a cop in here who I never recognized, and apparently his name is Pyrina Essentially. He's the cop, and in real life he's an American rapper, which I don't know nothing about because I haven't listened to rap in a long time, because I think it's terrible. So I don't really know a lot of the rappers today. But I thought he did a good job of acting. He's been in 5 other films, but I never really heard of him. Kind of also indie, kind of Asian films. His wife, though, I couldn't really understand exactly what she was to him other than his wife, because he would go to her and she would be on her laptop with her baby in her hand, and she acted like this, I forgot what you call them, the intelligence part of the FBI, or not the FBI, but the police station. So they didn't really touch upon on her on that, of what she was, but I'm assuming she's on leave because she had a child that's 9 weeks old. And so she's helping him out from the laptop, which I'm not really sure how believable that is, but it didn't really matter. There was a part in here where she was talking to him and her dialogue was a bit odd. It's just how she went about it, the words, which dialogue she used to her husband, trying to convince him in a certain way. I thought it was odd. Maybe it was her acting. I don't know. I thought she did a decent job. Overall, the movie was definitely interesting. I definitely was pulled into it through the story. The ending definitely was drawn out with the dramatic effect, but the ending was, it was doable, and it wasn't really a bad ending. It was just a little drawn out. This is a movie that you either going to like or you're not. It is definitely because of how kind of unaction it is and slow. But with a good story, it can be either way with you. I can see people with that they're not. This is either for you or for not. I know for a fact that there's going to be tons of people that don't like this. I thought it was very entertaining, and I'd definitely give this 4 to 5 stars. There's not much else to add without giving into spoilers, but again, it's the only actor in here I recognize is Mark, and I'm not really familiar with him, but I definitely going to check out another movie of his at some point. Depending on if I like the trailer or not. Everyone did a great job, and I would recommend you at least give this a try. It's definitely a good story, not a whole lot of action, like I keep saying. But yeah, that's my review. I normally don't do them on Saturdays, but I just couldn't do anything yesterday, so I thought I'd do one today. And yeah, everyone have a good day. School. See you Monday, hopefully.